Hey guys, this is Jay Calder with Jay Unboxing here, giving you a personal prediction for Joyce versus Zhilei Zhang. And as always, this is just my take. Of course, your predictions can be left down in the comments section below. Would love to hear them all, especially about this fight. A pretty interesting heavyweight clash, and heavyweight boxing is always the most unpredictable, so leave all those thoughts down in the comments section below. And a little bit of fight info here. This is Joyce taking on Zhilei Zhang. This will be on April 15th at the COPPERBOX Arena in London, England, airing live on BT Sport over on the other side of the pond in the heavyweight division with no titles on the line. So, we have a very interesting heavyweight scrap on our hands here, in my opinion. We have some older heavyweights, with Joyce, the younger man, at 37, which is hard to say, but they are both relatively fresh, both are skilled former amateur standouts, and both need this win. For Joyce, you're on the doorstep of a title shot. You want to stay unbeaten and impressive and keep rolling. A loss really is a setback at the exact wrong time. For Zhang, you have the controversial loss to Filip Hrgovic. Fair or not, you aren't trying to take another loss, especially in back-to-back fights at your age could be too much to come back from. So you need this win as well. And who takes it? Let's break this one down. Starting with Joyce here. For Joyce to win, I think you want to work the 1-1-2. Simple, but very effective when you're a big dude like Joyce, when you can really get those easy shots that don't tire you as much, but can definitely put a hurting on your man, all the better. You're not the fastest, but that double jab can buy you some time, so to speak, and set up that right hand as it gets there. You use that as a blinder, kind of offset what Zhang is looking to do, and then that right hand comes behind it, which can definitely score for you. What's more, you have a southpaw in front of you in Zhang. You want to be able to set up that shot that is kind of the money shot against a lefty, which is that right hand. So I think it all starts with this kind of simple, basic, but very effective combination. And with these jabs, of course, you can find that range where you can land and he can't. You have a bit more reach than him, so you can blind him, then make him pay for it, and I think this is a great way to start. I would also say press your man back. Zhang can fight a bit backing up, and he likes to counter, so he won't be uncomfortable. That said, you have to safely press him back because it will make you the most comfortable as well. For starters, you're much more successful stepping into your shots. Just make sure you keep him at the end of your shots as you try to keep him out of reach, so to speak. You have the longer arms, as mentioned. This can help avoid those counters. But once you get momentum going forward and really start putting your shots together, slower or not, you're a very successful big man. What's more, Zhang can tire. He has shown that in a couple of professional fights. Reasons for that really not being consequential here. You're just trying to get him back to that place. If he's moving backwards, that's much more likely to kind of speed up this process, because moving backwards, especially for a big man, will tire him eventually. And the more you can do that with pressure, it's going to tire him mentally as well, and that's all the better for you if you're Joyce. And finally, I would say attack the body inside. Zhang has the speed. Sap some of that energy and some of that quickness out of him by investing to the body. This, of course, is going to do a lot of things for you anyway, outside of just sapping the energy, but it's a good place to start. It will also lower the guard, which helps you land more of those shots upstairs. You can kind of get those arms to drop a bit more because you're throwing those heavy blows that are hitting him to the rib cage. He's going to notice it and going to have to prepare for it eventually. Again, Zhang tires. Encourage that by working downstairs, scoring points with it, getting yourself going, and then working those power shots upstairs as the fight progresses. Switching over to Zhang. For Zhang to win, I think you want to set up the left hand. This can be done a number of ways. You can do it with the jab and, of course, with the sweeping right hand. You have a good jab and a good sweeping right hand and a very good left hand, so I think these all kind of will work in tandem for you on the night. You have a decent left hook in general, but especially when you use it as a setup, kind of sweeping it in and just lining your man up. It makes sense here to kind of use those two in connection with one another so you can score well and land more meaningful shots. Joyce has pretty rarely been hurt as a professional, but if you're going to do something by at all trying to hurt him or stun him or wobble him, it will be done with that left hand, so it's certainly a shot you need to set up. You can even do so by digging to the body a bit, because you can hook pretty well to the body and you have the faster hands. This might encourage him to step back a bit more and let you extend more on your shots, but work that left hand in general and I think you'll have your best chance for success. I would also say look to counter. Joyce likes to let his hands go. You are the faster-handed fighter. You need to take advantage of that. You need to do it in between those exchanges and just in general when you have anticipated what he's looking to do after kind of breaking him down a little bit in terms of just what he likes. If you time him and catch him coming in, you could trouble him or at the very least push him back and give him something to think about. Sometimes you don't need to drop a guy, just keep him honest, especially a stubborn-headed guy like Joyce. You might not drop him no matter how many times you land in this fight, but if you can at least give him something to think about, it buys you time to set up more of your work. This can also over time kind of set up your offense and get you going, including some of your combinations, which are pretty impressive as well. But I think it all starts by kind of setting up those counters, making them pay, and then getting to work yourself. And finally, I would say build into the fight. Due to size and age and some health issues that you've had in the past, you at times can fade a bit in fights. You need to find a way to work around that. It's just the way it is. This has a great engine. This is also very important because your opponent is offering something that sometimes you can lack. You don't want him to rise as you are falling, so to speak. Keep the jab busy first, land some quick shot, then press more as the fight progresses with your own combinations, and as the rounds wear on, you should be building with momentum as opposed to falling, giving yourself the best chance of closing this fight out strong. Now, in terms of my pick here, to be honest, I'm legit tempted to take Zhang. However, for two reasons, I'm sticking with Joyce. The two reasons are simple. For starters, I don't know if Zhang can hurt Joyce. He seems more or less unshakable as a pro. Yeah, he's had a couple of, it's heavyweight boxing, a couple of moments here or there, but for the most part, he's very solid. For a guy who doesn't have tremendous defense, who takes as many punches as he does, more or less he walks right through them. The other issue is the stamina. Not only is Zhang faded, but Joyce only gets more active as the fight progresses, and I think the combination of those two things edge it towards Joyce in my opinion. I think Zhang will have moments early, but may be unable to hurt Joyce. As Joyce adjusts to the speed and power, he'll press forward more and start wearing Zhang down. The work rate, coupled with the heavy jab and body attack, will press Zhang into the ropes. More and more Joe will have his most success. As the rounds wear on, Zhang will fade, get busted up, and ultimately will lose this fight in those kind of final third moments. Winner, Joyce via late fight stoppage, though a decision wouldn't really surprise me either. And in terms of the betting odds, you have Joyce as a sizable favorite coming in at a minus 950, with Zhang coming in at a plus 540. To be honest with you, I think those odds are a little bit too wide. I do think Zhang has a bit more of a chance. He's a skilled fighter, he's much faster. He himself has a decent beard as well, and Joyce, while he's stopped a lot of his opponents, isn't a one-punch knockout artist. It's a wear-down kind of thing. Do I think he can wear Zhang down? Yes. Having said that, in terms of value for a bet, you're getting 5.5 to 1 odds for Zhang as an underdog. It's not a terrible pick at heavyweight especially. In terms of the over-under, it hasn't been set yet, or at least I haven't been able to find it. I obviously will post it down in the comments and pin it once I do find that information. My guess will be around the 9-round mark. Again, it's heavyweight boxing, it's hard to say, but over, I think, would make sense in that case if it's set there, just because I do think that Zhang has a decent enough beard and skills that he'll be able to get later into the fight at a minimum, potentially even see the final bell. In any event, those are your odds. And my prediction record as of this recording is 9-4 with 8 exact, but let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts, predictions, bets, so on and so forth. Please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter at jcalderon_JOB. You can email me at junboxing@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you there. Also, be sure to check out junboxing.com for schedule, results, betting odds, news, rankings, all that good stuff. And as always, until next time.